I have something new for you guys today, and it's not a piece of tech, but I think you all still like it. Let's get into it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to First Take Tech, honest tech reviews done right the first time. Now, I am in a different location now. I actually am in a dorm room because I'm in college, and this is a very large box. And sadly, this is not a computer or anything tech related, even though I wish it was. I don't really have the money for it, and as I struggle to open up this box here, I'll tell you what it is. It is a longboard. So I've been longboarding or skateboarding for a while now, actually since the start of the semester. And the person whose longboard I was borrowing actually left the school that I'm at, so I no longer had one. And so I decided to buy one for myself. Now, the reason I'm reviewing this is because it's not a $250 or $300 longboard or even one that I built myself. I put a $70 limit cap on myself for buying a longboard because I didn't want to spend too much, but I still wanted to get a good deal on a good longboard. Now, you can pick up this longboard on Amazon, and actually at the end of this video, I will be posting the link down in the description, and it's only $65, and it was a really good longboard. I've been riding for about a week now, and for $65, I was really happy with it. Now, a quick side note, this box that I'm opening was kind of a funny scenario. As you could see on the large box, whenever it came to me, there's only one strip of tape at the very top holding it closed, which was kind of odd because Amazon normally does the tape all the way around, but that's not really up for me to decide. And this box that I'm looking at right now was actually someone else's return. What I think happened was inside the truck, it turned like a sharp turn or something, and this box fell inside of mine since the tape of mine wasn't that good, and they just didn't really realize it. But I cleared it up with Amazon, and that is all figured out. So back to this longboard, just the packaging it came in. I was a little upset that like there's only one strand of tape holding everything together, but honestly that's okay because as you can see now, the longboard was wrapped up very well. There's the first layer of what is that called? Bubble wrap, as you can see that I'm taking off now, and that was held on by a few pieces of tape. What I'm showing you is that the longboard had kind of poked through the tape or the bubble wrap at the end, but it didn't damage anything, and I was happy with that. And the second layer you can see here is this layer of a clear plastic wrap. It's kind of like not shrink wrap. What's the stuff you put on food? I don't know. But it protects the longboard and the wood, and especially that design from travel damage. So even though the box was a little bit big than I wanted it to be, just because the longboard wasn't really packaged tightly in there, so it had the freedom to move around if it like got messed up in transit or something like that. The longboard came very clean, and the packaging that they used worked really well, and I was happy with that. So what I'm taking off now is that outside wrap that protects the grip tape as well as that design on the very bottom. And there's some papers inside of there of like instructions, safety instructions, as well as deals and coupons for another longboard or something if you wanted to buy from this company. And first off, the board looks really nice. Now I'll flip the longboard over in a few seconds, and I am doing the voiceover for this about a week after I got the longboard, so I've had it for a while now, at least a week, and I'm really happy with the design that's on the bottom. I don't really know how they did it, but it's obviously not just like a vinyl or something that's stuck onto the bottom that might come off. It's not paint, but it's something else, and I'm not totally sure what it was. Actually, what I just showed you, what I held up, was the tool that comes with the longboard. Now, for $65, you kind of expect the bare minimum, but they gave you a tool that can help you take off the trucks. It comes with a mini screwdriver that goes inside of it, so it can help you take off the trucks. It comes with things that can take you off the bearings as well as the bolts on the wheels. Now, what I'm looking at now is probably the one thing I was most upset about, and even then, it's not really something I was upset about because it protected the longboard. This plastic wrap that they put over it, they actually put under the trucks, which was kind of upsetting because I had to completely take the trucks off to get all of the plastic out. But then again, it's only 4 bolts and 4 screws, and so it really wasn't that much of a problem for me to get it and to fix it. It's on both sides, but it wasn't really that much of a problem. Now, back to the design on the bottom. I got the one that had the cat, the muffin, and I think the tree on the bottom of it. On Amazon, you can pick through, I think they have 10 different designs, and a lot of them look really nice. And I expected it to come warped because some of the reviews said that theirs came a little bit warped and not good. But as you can see, mine looks really good, and it just fits the bottom of the board. It looks really nice, and I'm really happy with the design because I know it's not going to come off easily because it's not just something stuck. Now, the bearings that they gave me were a little bit tight, so of course they didn't spin for a very long time, but they were very smooth. And I've been riding this board for about a week now, and it's probably one of the smoothest boards I've ever ridden. The wheels make it even better. They're classified as an 80A wheel, but they don't feel as hard as they should. The 80A doesn't feel that hard, and so it makes going over bumps and cracks almost non-existent. I can barely feel it whenever I go over cracks in the sidewalk or things like that. And so the wheels and the bearings, as well as the trucks, I'm really happy with. Now, as you see me step on this board, you can see that there is a lot of flex in it. And that was something I was a little bit scared about when I initially had the board or when I initially started riding it. Because the other board that I used was a fishtail board, and it was a lot thicker than this one was. Of course, it was about twice as heavy, but also I didn't feel any flex when stepping on it. I only felt the rotation of the trucks to turn. But this whole board is a pretty light board, and I think they said it's a 12 layer. It's either a 12 layer or an 8 layer maple board. And so it feels really nice, but I was a little bit scared about this bend. But after riding it for about a week now, I realized that that bend actually helps. It helps with turning. As you can see now, the trucks are very loose, and that's how I like them. As well as I get I can't say very little because there's absolutely no wheel bite. The way this board's designed is to not have any wood that goes over the wheels, and so I can actually turn very tightly, and with the loose trucks and the wide wheelbase, I can turn very quickly. And so that helps with going around corners here on campus as well as speed checking. With this board, I realized that you can speed check really well and very quickly, and so I can slow down very fast, and I'm absolutely excited that this board has that capability because of the low flex in it. And so, in all, I'm so sorry about the abrupt cut, as well in audio as in video, but I completely forgot that that video is only 7.5 minutes long, and of course I talked for a little bit longer than 7.5 minutes. But what I was saying is that I'll make a follow-up video at some point over this longboard, maybe get some shots of the hills that I go down and how it handles. But overall, for $65, I'm really pleased. And yes, this longboard is a good longboard for $65. Now, this isn't a piece of tech, and you know what? That's okay. I just like reviewing things. But if you guys like everything that I'm doing, well, please drop a subscribe and a like because that helps me out, not only encouraging me, but as well as it helps the algorithms to give you more of my videos going on the way. Another thing that I'm going to be starting is I have a 3D printer and I'm designing things, and I've 3D printed for a long time, but I think I'm going to start posting the prints that I actually do. And I actually have a TikTok for it already. It's dorm room printing, all of that together. Again, it's dorm room printing on TikTok, and you can go and follow me there. And I post follow-ups and I post stages and steps of my design process, as well as the prints that I do. So if you want to follow me for 3D printing, follow me there. But I think I may also make a subcategory on this channel for 3D printing as well because I find it really fascinating, and I think other people do as well. But thank you guys for watching, and if you want this longboard, I'll be posting the link down to it down below. And with my 1 week of writing it so far, I've really enjoyed it, and I think you guys will too. And if you're a beginner, it'd definitely be a great one to pick up for a low price. But thank you guys for watching. Hit the subscribe and like button, and I'll see you in the next video.